Hey guys, this is Pokemon Heart Gold 1000, and today I'm going to show you how to acclimate new fish you bought for an aquarium. This is my 5-gallon mini bow, as you saw in my previous videos. That it was a full freshwater aquarium, but then, whatever it is, they got a bad ick outbreak, they died. I just cleaned it up and restarted it. But I made the water brackish, so this is a brackish water aquarium, salinity of about 1.008. So brackish water usually can range from maybe 1.0045 to 1.015, 16, around that area. Usually 1.005 to 1.015. And salt water usually ranges from anywhere to maybe 1.020 to 1.026 and up. But, as you know, guppies are also hardy fish, so I picked up 4 guppies, 3 males and 1 female from my local fish store that I work at. And now I'm just temperature acclimating them to the brackish water. Guppies can survive a temperature of 55 to 105 degrees. So the water is still a little chilly because I just put the heater in today, but they'll be okay. Guppies are very hardy fish. And, as you know, that guppies can live in fresh water. They can be put in brackish water and also live in full salt as well. So I've kept guppies in salt water, brackish, and fresh water, all of it. So, good fish that can adapt to a wide range of salinity levels. So, and also a very small and beautiful fish as well. So after that, you temperature acclimate them maybe about 10-15 minutes. I would say 15 minutes at the most. Then after that, another safe way to do it, if so you don't shock them also after you temperature acclimate them. I know some people, they just float them, or they do the float and just drop them in, or they do the float method, or this is way more effective. You would want to do it by the drip method, which is that you take a airline valve, airline tubing, and you have a bucket or some kind of container, anything that holds water. These guys are going to go into the bucket at about 8:05 because I've been temperature. I let them float maybe at 7:49 or 7:48, somewhere around there. I'm just letting them go over just to be on the safe side. Doing a drip acclimation is the best way to go as far as acclimating your fish after floating them, because what it'll do is it'll slowly drip water from the aquarium into the water with the bucket. It'll balance out your water parameters that you have in your tank in with the water parameters from the pet store very slowly without shocking the fish. It's one of the best and safest acclimation techniques to go by. I do it with all my fish. I do it with my saltwater fish. I do it with my freshwater fish, and now with brackish fish as well. So another good technique about it is too that when you buy guppies, they come in fresh. So by dripping the brackish water into the fresh water, that'll be adding the salt content. That'll also raise the salt content, also acclimating the fish as well to the adequate salinity that you have in your aquarium as well. So that'll also be good for the fish as well. Because if you just floated them and threw them into a brackish tank, they might survive, they might get shocked and die. It's like a 50-50 if you do it like that. The best and safest way when also converting any brackish water fish from fresh or brackish to full salt, or even if you're doing it with any water with salt, is the best way to go by drip acclimation. So it's about 8:05 now. I'm going to go rinse off my drip line tube and my clip, put the fish in the bucket, and I'll be right back. So as you guys know, I'm just putting the fish into the bucket now because they've temperature acclimated. So best way to go is by drip acclimation method. Okay, so as you can see, these are my guppies that I bought from the local fish store that I work at. Okay, there we go. They're 3 males and a female. Female's pregnant. If she gives birth, she gives birth. So anyway, I will be right back, and I am going to get the drip tuber and stuff and everything else. So I'll return shortly. And also going to rinse off a clip to hold the dripping part into the bucket. Okay guys, I'm back. I am just gonna hook up the drip line tube to the aquarium and just get the siphon started. When you get your drip line tube into the aquarium, you want to use something just to hold it on the rim of the tank so that you know, the tubing doesn't come out. So here's what I'm going to be doing. As you can see, I clipped it onto the side of the tank. Now, when you get your drip tube, you're going to have the air control valve at the end. Okay, you're going to give it a quick, you know, give it a little suck at the end with your mouth to start a water siphon. And as you can see, there's water dripping out nice and steady. So you want to make sure that it gets into the water that the guppies are in. So give me 1 minute. Give me 1 second. Now what I do is I get a clip to hold on. Sorry guys. And you can also adjust the drip rate as well by you know, you can also just you know, do the drip rate. As you can see, they are see the water's dripping into the bucket with the guppies, and since they're going from fresh to brackish, I would do this for about an hour, maybe less, just to get make sure that the salinity, you know, accurately rises. You can see I got a good drip rate going there, and this is going to balance out the water parameters from your aquarium into the you know, into the bucket. So this is going to raise the salinity as well in the bucket for the fish, so that they you know, maybe about a half an hour, it depends. I got my instant ocean hydrometer here to test the salinity levels in the bucket as the water goes. Excuse me if I'm talking funny. I have a little bit of the water from the aquarium in my mouth. I'm going to go spit that out, and I shall return shortly. Okay, so I'm back, guys. So as for acclimation goes, regular freshwater fish float for 15 minutes, then drip acclimate for maybe another 15 minutes. So you got a total acclimation time of about a half an hour. You can do over it if you want, just to be safe, but 15 minutes is sufficient. It's not a problem. I work at a tropical fish store. That's what we do. So, you know, and then as for brackish fish, just drip, float for 15 minutes, then drip, acclimate until the salinity in the bucket matches the salinity of the aquarium. And then as for saltwater fish, just float for 15 minutes. Just drip acclimate for 15 minutes normally, and you'll be good to go. Make sure though, while you float your fish, you leave your aquarium light off. And after you put your new fish into your aquarium, make sure the light is off. Leave it off for about 3 to 4 hours. Give the fish a chance. It'll keep the stress off the fish. Reduce stress on the fish itself, which can also prevent further disease happening. And it will also, just let him get used to his environment. So wait about 3 to 4 hours before turning your aquarium light on. This has been Pokemon Heart Gold at 1000, teaching you how to acclimate new fish to an aquarium. I just want to give a shout out to Roger Slayer. Make sure you check out his 40-gallon saltwater tank. It's a really nice setup. He's got some awesome freaking fish in that tank. So make sure you check him out and subscribe to him. And just another update on the 5-gallon saltwater tank. Everything's running nicely. Fortunately, the 20-gallon still has ick, still being treated. Unfortunately, my mono Sabe is no longer with me. He passed away over the week. So from a bad case of ick. The other fish seem to be fighting it pretty well. So I'll be doing more updates on these guys soon. So comment, rate, subscribe. Thank you.